Hello everyone, T-Man978, thanks to Blokees, but through Sony from TM Reviews. I'm looking at this champion class Saint Seiya Scorpio Milo, or is it Milo? Somebody will correct me. Basically this box and packaging is just the same size as the classic class for Transformers, but I don't believe it has a light up feature like the Transformers. I don't know much about these guys, just basically what I've seen in random images while I'm scrolling the internet. But these come with more accessories than their more basic size ones. He sent me a box full of the basic size ones, or the more basic class. I forget what that's actually called. But let's open it. Alright, unlike the Blokees I've unboxed on this channel before, these bigger class ones are actual model kits. Now, they do have most of the body parts in this bag right here. So, I don't think this has numbers on it, but the Transformers one I've gotten, like, basically everything is on these sprues. This is nuts right here with all these little pieces. So, this is gonna get interesting. It's almost like the smaller ones I've put together, but way more is involved. Like I'm seeing what I believe is joints or something. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to actually read this instruction manual, which is in color and highly detailed. So I was gonna build this on camera, but I thought to myself,
who the hell cares?
So here we are. When we come back, it's going to be together. But look at all this. Nicely painted already. I can't believe if these are like the Transformers. The Optimus Prime I found for $10 at Walmart. All this. $10. Unless you find it at some type of secondary store like a comic book shop or something like that. So after taking all of those pieces I showed earlier, you get something that looks very impressive for $10. You get a lot if this is a $10 action figure. I'm just going off of the Transformer price, but it should be the same price. But the functionality, while awesome, is not awesome at the same time. Let's get into it. Alright, so after you put everything together, you have some leftover pieces that aren't on his body right now. He's wearing fist, but these hands are fully painted hands, and the back armor right here had to put them on separately, so they're very cool and highly detailed, as you can see. And we get this special effect hand right here where you can put on this power effect. I'm pretty sure it has a name, and I'm pretty sure fans of the show are going crazy that I don't know what this power is called. It probably has some mystical, magical name that is super major. And yeah, and we get this extra wrist peg right there. This display base is really cool. It's made out of just the bottom part is made out of 4 pieces. One right here, one right there, the whole base, and this sign right there with that Japanese text on it. This arm is made out of 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. And this is on a ball joint. That's different. You don't typically get anything like that. Usually it's not a ball joint. So that's cool. Of course, you got all this action right there. And it can rotate. No, it can't rotate at the top. Never mind, I'm sitting there lying. But it's cool. Not on him currently. That face is nicely detailed. And this is all made out of hard plastic, by the way. I mean, technically, if you want that expression with this helmet and this golden ponytail thing, or the scorpion tail, let's just say, that's what that is. Now, you could take this apart, but it will take a great deal of effort. So, sheesh. Taking the head off, period. Good Lord. Like, it's small, everything. It's a model kit, Everything wants to pop off. It is aggravating, just period, trying to grab this. You're more likely to pop his waist off than get that head off. So there's that. But look at that detail. Let me change this around so I can really go over his detail now that we're up here. These forearm guards are just snapped on. So yeah, it turns out to be a fully functional action figure with crazy things. Like I opened some of the smaller ones already. They don't have double jointed elbows. Look at that. I've been too high, I guess. Or I didn't push that in there enough. See, this is the downside right here in 4K, literally. It's a model kit, so it can fall apart depending on how you do things, manipulate things. But let's get into the rest of the articulation. You get a bicep swivel. They put a butterfly joint in there. The smaller ones don't have that either. They don't have this. They don't have universal wrist hinges. They do have like a ball joint in the torso, so you get all that. Some of them have the double ball necks like this has, but guess what? This hair is brick solid. All you can do is get this back some. He can't look up at all, and that is as much rotation as you get. When I was putting it together, I was like, oh man, this is going to be crazy. Now, the shoulder things, like shoulder guards right here, are on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can move them around. So that's cool. You get drop down hips. The smaller ones don't have that. You get a slight thigh rotation on a ball joint, but like I said, twist too much, you're going to pop something off. I thought there was a actual rotation, but I remember how that connects. There's no rotation. You get double jointed knees, and that's a lot of bend. And you get a universal joint on the ankle, so it can go back, forward, pivot, and you get a toe joint. The smaller ones or the cheaper ones don't have that either. So all of that is cool. But the things that are frustrating to me, this neck articulation or lack thereof because of the hair, and these things right here. Just trying to manipulate the arms. This doesn't clip on. Like, I would suggest putting it off to the angle, putting it off to the side right there, so it can be out of the way, or maybe straight up behind there. I don't know which is more accurate. Whatever's more accurate, glue it to this. That's what I would suggest, as long as you still have access to be able to bend the elbow. Some other points I would say glue is these kneecap things. This right there, they peg on. Everything else should stay. Or here he is using that right there. And I'm dead serious, trying to get the head off. I pull the neck off every time, which is easy enough to pull off once you get it. You can just pop that one on, plug it back in. But to let you see, this hair is just as restrictive. Like, if that hair wasn't so restrictive, this would be such a more fun and dynamic figure. Oh yeah, I didn't show off that these hip skirt things can flare out. That's their maximum flareage right there. The waist doesn't rotate at the bottom. Everything's in the torso, which there is quite a lot of range. Some bigger action figures I wish had that range. Getting a pose would be good, besides anything requiring you to turn the neck, like that neck thing. And I'm looking at the other figure that I have that's of this type. That has long hair too, so sheesh. If I'm not mistaken, let me look at it. I have Aries Moo, or whatever. He has long hair in the back. I'm not sure if the alternate head is the same, but yeah, it looks like Link right there in that top picture. So as you can see, this is obviously like a 5-inch action figure next to a 6-inch action figure. So there's that size-wise. End of the day, this thing is conflicting because it has action figure tendencies and articulation, but it's pretty much a shiny, nice model kit. So if you keep that in your brain, then I guess you'll have more fun with this. Like if you're somebody that definitely collects model kits and you want to get something on a budget that you can put on display, easily collectible, that's why you get this. But action figure wise, it's a little bit frustrating with parts popping off because it's a model kit and the hair blocking the articulation. I mean, it has the articulation there, but it's hindered one way or another. The extra hands and whatnot, I love stuff like that. The smaller ones don't have that. I like exchangeable heads. I wish you could change the facial expression easier, because I would have demonstrated that, but I don't even feel like going through it. But anyhow, thank you, TM Reviews and Blokees. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.